This is the third. 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 This is the third recording, and where what the third recording is saying is, like I already told you guys. I said when you come into this channel, you will get what you call the news break. What you never read about that is trending out there. What is trending out there today is the Iran. In Iran, there is an arrest of one of the guys who assisted in the protection. When there was a young lady that the moral police jailed, and she died in prison. Then there was a guy that helped the protest. Iran government has now jailed him. It's not different from what it's persecutorial environment that the world is living in. You will hear somebody like, there was Sarah Mimo that got that kind of fate where he got executed, even with the pledge of a lot of the world leaders. There are people who get assassinated during coup, like Murtala Muhammad. There are people who get eliminated because they're saying, okay, I'm going to have my currency not to be embracing the dollar. People like Gaddafi. Or the guy that just got eliminated in Russia. And only stuff like that. So there is a problem in Iran where somebody is being thrown in jail because he won the Grammy Award that was presented by Joe Biden. There is they say when I went to a wedding about a year ago, I told people, somebody that was sitting across me during the wedding, that the surge coming out of South America is, the sitting administration is closing their eyes to it because it's going to benefit the labor force because of the fact that there was mass resignation, or the low birth rate that's coming into America, or the ability to be able to have more people to finance the social security system or the Medicaid system. He didn't agree with me, but now we just know now that, say, December migrant surge at southern border largest in more than 2 decades, as many mayors are calling for action. Immigration is taking pressure off the job market, and U.S. economy experts says foreign-born workers made up of 18.6% of the civilian labor force in 2023, up into the 15.3% in 2006 because of low birth rate. That's the second point. The third point is, I am going to say this, and maybe put in a whole program to defend this one. One thing, to be afraid or to be afraid of itself, I don't know how to put that. Fear, don't be afraid, but fear itself, I don't know how, what you call Kennedy put it. Don't be afraid. Why do you hear me? Attack. Why do you hear me? Attack. Why you hear wa? Attack, attack. Why you hear wa? Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Don't have no fear in your heart when you get ready to do this activism that you are doing, whether in your own little way of changing one person around you, or doing millions, or doing 1 trillion, doesn't matter. Attack, attack. Why you hear one? That's all I can say there. So I also went in to say about the wetting of the ground. I said the ground is wet now, and all we have to do now is going to plant the seeds, and the seeds we're going to plant are going to come in the form of one. We're going to start doing what they call selling that book. I think that's the only thing that's going to really matter. If you guys go buy the book, we're going to be home free, because we can now have what you call a hedge fund that anybody can tap into. A lot of people have done more than what I have done, but they have not been able to have something that will stick. And for them to stick, they may have to revisit what they have in their heart that they have not been able to pull off. And I kept going there. I don't think I can overemphasize that. So when I'm talking about hitting the pavement, I am going to be talking about the fact that the first point of call is you buy the book, read it. Then you turn around and look at it from the angle that it is a foundation for unfinished business that we need to go and complete across the continent of motherland. We're going to start from Hussein. We might even be the first person that will build what you call the electrical grid system from Hussein into other parts of the world. We are now seeing a lot of celebration coming out of Nigeria in terms of the railroad being commissioned in Lagos, electrical system being commissioned in Owerri or in Anambra State or Imo State. But there's one thing that the new guy has not been able to address, is that 98% of our money that we are currently borrowing is being used to finance the money that we are owing. That is not a Nigerian only issue, because America spends $1 trillion every 100 days to finance what they are owing. So we are not the only one in that space, because as at 2 years ago, they were owing 26 trillion. Now it's now 32 trillion. So every 30 hours, every 100 hours, they are paying $1 billion to finance their debt. So in Nigeria format, which has less than $1 trillion economy, they're saying they're paying 98% of that money. It's not. That's what it is. That's what they're telling us. That's what we're reading, because they were interviewing. There was somebody that interviewed the sitting president, asked him what was he going to do when he comes into office. He talked about job insecurity, that he was going to address what you call the fuel subsidy. Do you know that America is giving 20 billion fuel subsidy in the United States?